The Scooby Cats get three guys in for the shortest week of football so far this season. And here's Coach Gregor.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming on down to the Blues House of Football. Today, we're going to be jamming out with some big-time Blue Cat, Bear Cat.
Blue Cat, Bear
Bear.
Cat.
Wow.
Blue
Red
Scooter.
fish, blue fish.
Exactly.
Fish the blue. Blue the fish.
Yep. If you couldn't tell, football occurred this week.
Yep.
Because
It
All
happened.
over the place.
Yeah.
there were a lot of games that were pretty bad this week.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
Poopy.
Yeah.
But in football news, we'll start with Rob's favorite, Jets.
Yeah.
They've had numerous rumors of Aaron Rodgers wanting to play next year, but not for the Jets. Then Aaron Rodgers today said, no, I never said that. I said I do want to play for the Jets. That's my first choice.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. So nobody really knows. Then the Jets are looking for a new GM, but they're using like I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, they're using
It's-
ChatGPT.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say
Honestly,
AI
basically.
is a joke, but
Yeah.
like, is that actually what they're
It
using?
might be better, to be honest, than what they're. So they've hired an organization called the 33rd Team, which is run by Mike Tannenbaum,
Mhm.
former GM of the New York Jets.
Okay.
And it recently hired, drum roll please, Adam Gase.
Perfect.
Okay,
Cinema, dude.
So they are going to be running our head coaching search. Is 33rd Team apparently?
Oh, but what about GM though?
This is a great question. I have no
Oh.
idea.
That's great. Like you always like you hear about these consulting
Yeah,
companies.
GM and head coach. Sorry,
Right.
but
Yeah,
okay,
you hear
okay.
about these consulting companies and they're just like also super fake. Like we were talking about fake things before we started
Mhm.
the podcast. Like they're not real companies. They're just a bunch of people who are good at taking money from other people and offering literally nothing in return.
You
Yeah.
just described consultancy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
pretty
it
much how
is.
it
That's
is,
the
yeah.
whole market for that is like, how can we get money from people without having to do anything?
You
It's
pay for
crazy.
what you know.
And
Mhm.
and so like the Jets, an organization, the owner is basically going like, I know what to do. I know how to fix this. Let's
Yep.
hire the people that don't do anything to
Yep.
do the things that I'm
Including-
supposed to do.
Including someone who we know already doesn't do anything.
But both
Jail
actually,
at it.
the head of the organization is Mike Tannenbaum, who was fired by Woody Johnson.
So I think like I'm actually about to say something that I think is completely and utterly true. They could go onto the New York Jets subreddit and run a poll,
Yeah.
and that would give them a better answer than what they're currently getting. I think.
We want sap. We want sap. It like literally it's the Jets, baby. Hey, hey, let's
For the
go.
bye week, bitch.
But
Yep.
hey, you
No.
know what?
Yep.
You could be the Giants on the other side.
Yeah.
Who released Daniel Jones after demoting him to third string and then having him play safety in practice and then being like, you know what? What if we just got rid of him?
Well, apparently he asked for release, right?
Well,
think
after
so.
he was demoted, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is clearly because of money. Like, that's why they did this.
It's
Yeah.
like genuinely like this is a fire everyone moment, I think, for the Giants. Like
Oh, yeah.
the fuck up level is at max. Like you could not have fucked up worse than this. You got rid
Yeah.
of your best player, if not like running MVP candidate
potential
Saquon Barkley.
MVP.
Yeah.
You got rid of him and gave him to your division rival, and now you've pissed your quarterback off,
And now you have
don't-
the opposite record of them.
Your amazing
unbelievable
rookie wide receiver is like mad at everyone.
Yep. You have a generational wide receiver talent, and he's going to want to leave the team like tomorrow.
He probably wants to leave now, yeah.
Probably
I
leave
would
now.
imagine so. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
you know,
bad. It's
as
somehow
bad
worse
as
than the
as
Jets.
angry as I can get at the Steelers, I can look at this and go, it's not this bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude, the Giants have been. I mean, look, people rightfully shit on the Jets, but for the past like, I don't know, 5-ish years, Giants have been.
Dude, if the
as
Giants
awful.
didn't meme their way into 2 Super Bowls, like
Yeah.
they'd be in the same position as the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Fucking
mean,
bring that up in my presence.
well, here's the thing. They had legitimately a very long period of extreme stability, right? Like with
Tom
Bill
Coughlin.
Parcells. Yeah, Bill Parcells leading into Tom Coughlin, and that's like, I mean, there's time in between, but that's like a good period of 4 Super Bowls over the course of what, like 30 years?
Yeah,
And
it
then
was,
ever since Coughlin left, it has been just a shit slide.
was Eli Manning pretty much kind of doing
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those Giants teams were not that good. I'm not saying they
No.
were bad, but like they were proof that almost anyone can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't they get to the Super Bowl in 2001 with like Kerry Collins, and then they lost to the Ray Lewis Ravens? Was that them? I'm pretty sure it was.
Possible?
I wouldn't remember.
It was like early
I didn't watch football
2000s.
at the time.
Oh, well,
But,
they definitely
yeah.
had Kerry Collins, and they lost to the Ravens.
I can see that. Yeah.
It was
so
2000.
weird that this
Was that
was-
into Parcells?
It was Jim Fassel
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and Michael Strahan and all that.
Oh,
So yeah,
yeah.
It's so bizarre that this was a playoff team 2 years ago.
It really, and they won.
that was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I like. Where is Daniel Jones gonna go? Is a question.
So everyone, like the Raiders wanted him. He said no to the Raiders
wow.
because he wants to
Wow.
go and be a backup on a playoff team, is what he's I think said.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
I think the Ravens are interested, and there was one other team as well.
Mm. That's
How is
I
that
mean,
not-
he would instantly become the best backup quarterback in the league.
for
yeah,
sure.
I know, but like,
Yeah.
how is that not him saying I can't do it? That's
I don't know.
basically volunteering yourself as incapable of performing at the level
is
that
weird,
people
yeah.
expect of you.
It's it's strange to turn down a starting job to be a backup on purpose. Like that's
No,
straight up-
no one in that position should have that mentality because you've already lost if that's the case.
I mean, maybe he says he wants to go to a playoff team to be the quarterback, but like, come on, let's not kid
Not
ourselves.
gonna-
Yeah.
that's not an
What
option.
what playoff team are you replacing your quarterback with Daniel Jones with?
Like
I mean-
you have to be better if you want to be that, and you're not there yet. Like
yeah.
it's pretty clear.
I'm surprised that like the Raiders, as bad as they are this year, like they have performed better than the Giants, I would say,
Oh yeah.
in
Oh,
their
big
games.
time.
yeah.
So like I don't know if the Raiders is like that terrible of a team to go to for like next year. Like they have Brock Bowers. They're still kind of
Yeah.
rebuilding a little bit. Like I don't
Well-
I wouldn't look at that as a bad place to land if
To-
I was
to-
Daniel Jones.
To put it to like, I don't know, try to be in his shoes. I mean, if I look at the outside looking in, you look at a guy like Baker Mayfield, say, or even Geno Smith, although that's a more extreme case. Even Sam Darnold, going around to a couple of places, good organizations, learning the right things, and then getting a starting job later. It's kind of a big gamble, but I see the value in doing that. It seems weird to me to turn down a starting job if you
Yeah.
have that available, you know?
And like, how do you get better if not playing games? And
I
you
guess-
need a
Yeah.
starter to do that.
If you're going to a starting job, it's probably going to be a bad situation. So it's like maybe
Yeah.
he
It
waits.
is going to be a bad situation. That's his lot right now. He is not. No one
Yeah.
is calling on Daniel Jones to lead their playoff team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
happening. Like, he's got a couple of years to get better, and that's only going to happen on bad teams right now.
Yeah, like best case scenario, I think he goes to like somebody where maybe they're a playoff team, but their quarterback is like, I don't know, like injury prone, like the Dolphins.
I'm looking all
or
around the league. Dude. I don't
the
know where.
Commanders. I mean, you could back up Jaden Daniels on the Commanders. That's not too bad.
Dude, if I'm Daniel Jones, I don't want to back up fucking Jaden Daniels, though. That's
mean,
the
I
thing.
would.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like he shouldn't have. I know you would. I think it's
Yeah.
a good
Right.
idea, but like I don't think he should have that mentality. Is what I'm saying.
It is. I feel like it's going to be harmful to him in the future, but I mean, at the same time, the NFL is a what can you do for me now kind of league. So
Yeah.
if he's good later on, I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
he's-
Here, put him on the fucking Saints. See what happens.
It
I mean,
says, we got as of 5 hours ago, it says report Vikings absolutely do want Daniel Jones,
interesting.
but the Bills are considered the top spot.
Huh.
Hmm.
So
I mean, again, like I think from his perspective, if the argument is he wants to develop himself, like it seems like something the coach would argue for him, or maybe
Yeah.
someone else.
well, I
but,
mean,
like,
even think about like say you go to the Vikings to back up
Yeah.
Darnold, he gets hurt. You come in, you're throwing the Justin Jefferson, you got Aaron
Right.
Jones, you got Hawkinson. Like they can
Yeah.
make you look good enough to where the next year you're like, hey guys, look how good I was. And then they're
Mhm.
like, wow, now we need this guy.
oh, you
I,
know
I
what?
could see a world like I'm not saying Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. Like I know that the meme has been but I look at this as a situation where like it could be the Giants' fault. Like he might be better than what he looks.
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
like he could like he has performed. He's got legs. He can run. Like everyone forgets. Like
Mhm.
he's kind of a running quarterback too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. I
Do you
would
guys
be
think
willing
it's-
to believe that the Giants fucked him over more than he's
Yeah.
just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think it's more beneficial to develop with worse players, or do you think it helps a lot to have?
think it's
players
better-
like
better
Justin
players.
Jefferson to
Yeah.
Okay.
In at least what I've seen of the league, it's always going to be better if you have guys who can like cover your.
It builds confidence if you're able
Exactly.
to,
Yeah.
make things work where the
Yeah.
way you think it should be happening.
Yeah, it's a rare situation that you can get like a young guy who can come in and take a bunch of nobodies and make them star players.
Yeah.
Like that's an extra level. Whereas if you get like a superstar already, it's just toss the ball to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We
We'll see.
we have Jerry Jones saying that it's not crazy that Mike McCarthy could get a new deal for next year.
that'd be the funniest fucking thing, man.
Yeah, this
Oh
one is
my
just
God.
comedy, dude. I'm embracing it. Let it ride.
It's like at this point, you deserve him. Like you deserve to have
Yeah.
that coach, Jerry
Oh,
Jones.
Joe moment.
Yep. Mojo moment. Shaq Barrett considering unretirement. He's like,
Oh.
hey guys, playoffs rolling around. Anyone need a linebacker now that I don't have
I'm
to do any of the
bored.
hard stuff?
Yep. Respect.
Yep. And that's pretty much all I'm seeing on a lot of the injury things here.
Yeah, thankfully not a terrible injury week.
Yeah,
Like
no.
regular, I guess, amount of life-altering injuries to
Yeah.
players, right?
Yep.
NFL. Let me just I'll do a quick injury report here. All right, here we go. David Montgomery, questionable. That's not good for fantasy.
That's bad.
Yep.
for
Trevor
me.
Lawrence may actually play. Gardner Minshew out for the year, broken collarbone.
Yikes.
Apparently, we've got Brian Robinson also tweaked his ankle. Also terrible for fantasy. Glad I traded my running back that isn't injured that beat me this week.
Yep.
Austin Eckler's got a concussion. Romeo Dobbs concussion. Amon-Ra St. Brown knee.
Ooh.
So non-participant, but we'll have to see because it's a short week for him.
Oh yes, Thanksgiving games.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually like all NFC North. We got Bears, Lions, then Giants, Cowboys, and then Packers, Dolphins. So
Ooh, that's a
Dolphins.
good game.
yeah, that's a good
Have
game.
the Dolphins? When's the last time Dolphins been on Thanksgiving?
The Sunday night
Don't.
game for Thanksgiving is always random.
We actually
Mm.
did play the Dolphins on Christmas a few years ago. Now I remember because
Oh.
that's when Rodgers and Adams got like 80 fantasy points for my team, or like 90 points. So I was like, this is awesome. Isn't it fun having Rodgers and Adams on your team, Rob?
Oh yeah, I love it. I've been loving every day.
It's really good.
Mhm.
So let's jump into the games. We had Brown Steelers, Apollo.
No.
I will say, it's fun watching a snow game. It's
That is
especially
cool. Yep.
fun when
I'm-
you have no horse in the race and you're just enjoying it for what it is.
That's one of the things I'm most mad about is that this has ruined my first snow game of the year. It's like I want to enjoy a snow game, and I had realized the Steelers were going to lose before the snow even really started to fall. To be honest, no, this game. Look, I was definitely more upset at this game while it was happening. I'm still pretty upset about it now, but I'll skip a lot of the pointless whinging and get to what I think made me the most mad. If you guys will remember, I did say fire Tomlin in the Discord. I didn't really mean it. Like,
Right. We all say things.
yeah,
we say things
I
we don't
didn't mean it, but I said it for a reason, and I'll say this, and I'm not the only one who has said this so far. I've seen some other comments online agreeing with this take. I'm not saying Tomlin's a good or bad coach. I'm saying that this game was his worst coached game of his whole career. He has not coached a worse game than this one. It was bafflingly bad. Some of the head coaching decisions that happened this game.
Am I crazy, or were you calling for his head earlier this year?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Well,
Okay. I just wanted to put that out.
We've
in the
been
world,
winning this
apparently. My
year.
bad.
Don't get me wrong. I've been like, my whole position this year has been like, well, we won, but I didn't really like that. Like we didn't
Right.
win in a way that made me feel good, and that has been the whole year basically.
Yeah.
And this was a horribly coached game. It was awful. I'm sorry, but if it's any other coach than Mike Tomlin, what would you guys be saying about someone trotting out a field goal kicker to kick a 58-yard field goal in the wind and blizzard?
Yeah.
We would be laughing that coach off of the field.
Yeah.
That's
If-
absurd.
If
Yeah.
anybody who watched this game, you know, those were not field goal friendly conditions out there. That was a
Yeah.
fucking
Chris
blizzard,
Boswell
man.
is top 1, top 2 kicker in the entire league right now. And I'm like, you do not send him out for a 58-yarder in the snow. This was when the snow was starting to come down real hard, and it was just very windy.
Mm.
I mean, hell, kicking a field goal in wind conditions at a 58-yard distance is kind of stupid, and teams usually won't do that. But in the wind and snow, it's insane.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. And he didn't. It was the field goal wasn't even close because not even the best kicker in the world's making that kick.
Yep.
That was one thing. That wasn't what I was most mad at, though. There was a sequence at the end of the game with like bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Look, it's not Mike Tomlin's fault that our punter fucked the game. Like, I'm not going to give shit to our punter. It's a backup. Our main punter got injured, and our backup punter has been doing pretty well. But he shanked the punt that we needed. Like, we needed it real bad to not lose the game, and he shanked it, which is bad. But then now the Browns are coming out and they're like shredding us. Like, they're shredding our defense in the pass game. Like in
Jameis
blizzard
Winston.
conditions.
Yeah.
In blizzard conditions. The offense is supposed to suck in conditions like these, and yet he's shredding us. And then it gets down to, what was it, 4th and 2. It was like 3rd and 11 or some shit, and then they got like 9
Oh,
yards, and
yeah.
it was 4th and 2.
Mhm.
But they had a penalty. I don't know about you guys, but seeing as how easily they're shredding our defense, I decline that penalty a million times out of a million. I take the 4th and 2 over the 3rd and 7. It was either
Yeah.
4th and 2 or 3rd and 7. I am 100% taking 4th and 2 because you want them to run the ball. Like, our pass defense is disheveled right now, like on this drive, and you want to kind of, they're not running the ball on 3rd and 7. That's for sure. So
Yeah.
like, and of course, fast forward through the other stuff, they get like 11 yards on 3rd and 7 and get the first down easily.
I think
but
the most ironic part too is the Steelers had 2 4th and shorts and they got stuffed.
yeah,
Yeah.
we like, why are we running Justin Fields packages? Is we're not going to let him throw, and like, it pisses me off because like there was I think it was either a 4th down or a 3rd down, and it was a short distance it was the same drive that Jameis Winston was on, and they just ran like a quick passing play, and it was like a pick play, right? Like, why don't teams literally always run this pick play? Like, I don't get it. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but like, instead of just like running the ball up the middle and being like, get the yards, pound the football, it was like, we're gonna run this play. It's a pick, and the wide receiver's gonna be wide open for like 3 yards. And it was like, that's smart. I don't know why we don't do that more often. But that's not my main concern. My main concern was like, in this sequence he accepts the penalty. It's now 3rd and 7, and then I don't know about you guys. I think I know why he did this. But then on 3rd and 7, he waits and waits and waits. It's been like 3 minutes on this down specifically. Like the penalty was declined first, and then Tom was like, no, accept it. And like the refs had to like talk, and it just took forever, and it was cold as hell, and the snow was pouring down. So I guarantee you, Tomlin was like, I'm going to freeze them. I'm going to take a timeout because this down has taken so long that they're probably getting cold, and I'm going to take this timeout to make them even colder. I don't know if you guys agree with me there, but I can't think of another reason why he took that timeout. But I think he was just trolling them. Like,
It does sound like a Tomlin thing to do, too.
I think he was trolling them in a way where he was like, in his head, he was like, I'm going to make them cold. Maybe he's talked about that timeout later on, but that was a massively wasted timeout.
Mhm.
Like, as we will, as you saw, and as the game ended, we just didn't have enough time to get down the field. But like a horribly wasted timeout, and then it doesn't even work. 3rd and 7, they get 11 yards and convert the first down. So like, what was the timeout even for anyway? You fucked the play up anyway. But yeah, just that sequence alone, that's when I said fire Tomlin. That was like that sequence of events led, because I was just so mad. I was like, you just made like 4 straight wrong decisions, and I'm just so mad. And then at that point, you get into the weird situation where like I'm a let him score guy. Like I know that it's blizzard conditions, and I said that you don't take the field goal, but like they had at that point like a 15-yard field goal. Even in the snow, that's a chip shot. Like that, you're not missing that. Like maybe it gets blocked, but any field goal can get blocked,
Yeah.
But like the Browns had the option to just take the knee and kick a chip shot field goal to win the game. But I don't know. Like just let them score. It's the only way you can win. It's the only way you get the ball back. Like so that's what I would do. They do eventually score, but then there's not enough time. We don't have any fucking timeouts. So
Well, you did get the Hail Mary play.
Oh yeah, and boy, oh boy, was that the worst effort Hail Mary I have ever seen a team do. We didn't have a I don't know what you call the position when someone's supposed to stand in front to catch the knockdown.
Yep.
That's something you're supposed to do. No one played that. So that's in my eyes, that's on coaching. Like, I don't know why no one's doing that. And then like, of course, George Pickens was being an idiot and fighting off in the distance for some, like he's got issues, but like he's our best receiver. So I give him a small pass because he's actually doing something. But the other 2 receivers who were there also just kind of didn't do anything. Like fight a little bit. They're not going to call a penalty on you. You can tackle people in that, like muscle your way in and at least try.
Especially in the snow, where it's kind of like more chaotic, and like maybe the defenders get lost in the snow.
Well,
like,
that's the thing. Like, you're not going to tell me that they lost the ball in the snow because 3 Browns defenders located the ball and jumped for it. Meanwhile, George Pickens was fighting, and the 2 other wide receivers just went, huh? What is it?
Yeah.
So just, we were always going to lose this game. This is the Tomlin special. It was going to happen.
I was so upset because in Pick'ems, I thought like, man, it would be so Steelers to beat the Ravens than lose to the Browns. And I was like, you know what? I don't think it'll happen. And then I was like, why? Why did I not trust my gut?
I was right there with you, man. I was
I
like,
was
it's just
considering
classic trap game material, and then it just couldn't pull the trigger.
I do have some.
I was just gonna say, Tomlin. Another like he was interviewed, I think, before the game. It was like part of the Amazon package or whatever, and he was like, we gotta weatherproof our offense. Our offense has got to perform. Our offense performs, in all conditions. Clearly, it fucking doesn't.
And to get the snow machines on the practice field, Tomlin.
Well, the dumb thing is that the offense got better in the snow. It doesn't make any sense. Our offense did nothing until it started fucking blizzarding, and then suddenly it was like, oh well, now we got an offense.
I do think that we should mention Jameis was kind of balling out too. Like I know that Steelers D was not.
I give no credit to anyone who balls out against our defense, and I never will. I never will ball out against the best defense in the league, and I'll be like, "You're sick as hell." I'll do it against ours, and I'm like, "No, it happens. That's just what we do."
Well, the best part of this game was the Jameis Winston quotes, where he said, "Quote before the game." In the locker room, call your auntie, call your cousins, call your people and tell them, watch me, I'm on TV. Then he said, during a play, he was trying to get the Steelers to jump off sides, and he said, somebody jump off sides. Damn.
Fuck, dude. I wish I could like this guy.
He also said the horse is preparing for battle in the pregame. That was a real quote when they asked him how he was doing today. He said that. And then afterwards, he said, we got this win, so I'm definitely going to eat some snow today.
The way that he constructs sentences is incomprehensible to me.
It's-
Like
there was
he
a
is,
pregame interview where he was like he looked like he was about to cry because it was snowing. Like he's the first time he'd ever seen snow in his life.
well, I do think that there is like a genuine element of childlike wonder to his personality that I
Yeah.
find endearing, but there's a different component going on to the way that his brain like interprets what is happening
Yeah.
around him.
I,
And the words that are spit out as a result of that are captivating to me.
this
They
is like
really
this is like CTE, but like in a better way. Where like the opposite of Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's always been
Oh,
this
man.
way. Yeah.
It's like there's that thing with Ryan Fitzpatrick where he's reading a poem when they're on the Buccaneers. Then Ryan Fitzpatrick's like, "Hey, buddy, like maybe you should like shorten it or try." Like it was so weird. So like I think he's just a weird dude.
He's just a weird
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's just a weird guy.
It's the W's, you know. He's got to
Yeah,
eat those W's.
some W's.
Yeah.
Yum, yum,
Anyway,
yum.
to cap this, I still think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs, but
Yeah.
Ravens are winning the division. After this, is the Ravens have the division
Probably.
in their hands at this point. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
no,
guys, you,
no
don't
will.
you have the tiebreaker?
Well, they
we
gotta
play
play
one more
again.
game. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
we got to play again. We're going to lose that game, and our schedule is way fucking harder than the Ravens' schedule is.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of eating W's, the Texans aren't because they lost to the shitty
Holy
Titans.
shit, dude. CJ Stroud is poopy this year.
Yeah, he's hitting that sophomore wall apparently.
That
Wow.
sucks.
He
the
is.
slump.
Yep. He's
The
at
slump.
2,800 yards, 14 TDs, and 9 interceptions. He also just hasn't really looked that great. I think his offensive line kind of blows as well.
It's
The-
kind of
the
BS to
Texans
say, but it's
are
the eye
injured,
test,
yeah.
dude. Like when you see this kid play, it's just not the same guy
It's,
he was last year.
He's been sacked 39 times, only second to Caleb Williams, 44.
Well, that'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, that'll hurt it.
definitely-
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
will do it. So I think
That'll affect your
they
confidence.
they did another
mean, they-
classic thing where they got all these offensive weapons, then didn't help the line.
Well, like what Apollo was saying too is like they've been injured a little bit, but we're talking about this team as though they on paper were like one of the best offenses in the
Super
league
Bowl
this year.
contender.
And even
Yeah.
taking a couple of those pieces out, he still has way more weapons available to him than most quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I think he's got to shoulder a lot of this on his own.
I think the big thing this game, Joe Mixon, 14 carries for 22 yards. Absolutely.
Yeah,
They
shut
balled
down.
him up big time. Mhm.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, it was
Titans
real
may
bad
be
for my fantasy.
Titans may be bad, but they do have a good run defense. So
Yep.
they did that. Tony Pollard, 119.
Tony
and a
Pollard,
TD.
dude.
Oh, cool. Yeah, after you got 5 points every week for the past 4 weeks, Tony, it didn't matter. I was going to lose either way, but
Yeah.
I was still a little mad about that.
And Will Levis, 2 TDs, a pick, 278. Not too bad.
He
been,
did. His pick was bad.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the Will Levis experience.
That they were winning,
But that
and then he
one
threw a pick
touchdown.
6, and then they were losing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still got sacked 8 times as well in the win, by the way.
This is back-to-back Will Levis games with 70+ yard touchdowns. Am I mistaken
Yeah.
about that? Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
think
that's
you're
pretty
right.
All
funny.
right.
Yeah. I mean, he's got an arm.
Yeah.
Got a cannon, dude.
And I mean, dude, the AFC South. Don't look now. I mean, the Colts are only what, like 2 games back?
well, but they lost too. So
That's true. They
it's-
lost too. I think that
the
division.
Texans would have to fuck up so hard to not.
They'd have to be
Yeah.
intentionally trying to lose this division this year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should easily win it.
Oh yeah, I
still.
think the Texans have. Yeah, the Texans won twice against the Colts already. So the Colts,
Oh, okay.
they're extra fucked.
Yeah, they're like 3 up essentially.
Yeah.
And let's see. Houston still has Jacksonville. Oh wow, and that's it.
Oh.
That's the last easy game. Then it's Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore.
Wow,
Hey.
yeah, that's
Okay,
actually pretty rough.
Texans could lose this division.
They
That's a
could.
terrible
Yeah.
schedule.
That'd be impressive,
That's-
man. Holy shit.
According to
But I
the
mean, who are
playoff
they?
probability, they're at a 94% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems fair. Yeah.
The Colts subreddit does not have their schedule on it, so fuck them.
Colts are at
Just a quick
21%.
side note.
21?
21?
Yep, 21%
Wow.
chance to make the playoffs.
That's a lot higher than I thought it would be.
I
They
mean, they're
probably
play,
division
technically only
only.
2 games
Yeah.
back.
well, no, this is all playoffs. They
Yeah,
play-
but they're getting into the division, not the wild card.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're not gonna. I don't even.
I mean, they do have a very easy schedule. It's Pats, Broncos, Titans, Giants, Jags.
Yeah,
The Broncos game's the big one because that's like a
Broncos,
wild card
real
team.
hard one.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. Either way,
Yeah.
the Texans blew this game.
Yep.
Vikings Bears. Speaking of blowing games, the Chicago Bears do it again.
Oh
They're
boy.
just
Well, the Vikings wanted to blow this game first.
oh yeah, they did. Nobody wanted this.
I really
Yeah.
thought this was going to become a conversation about like, oh man, these Vikings aren't really what we thought they were. But no, it's just another Chicago heartbreak story.
It's
Yep.
like 4 weeks in a row. This is getting ridiculous. Like I'm
Yeah.
starting to feel like actually bad.
On the bright side, Caleb Williams did make some good throws. He actually threw for 340 and 2
did.
touchdowns.
He's looked great these past couple weeks. The
Yeah.
rest of his team doesn't give a shit to
Yeah.
try to win.
It's almost like that offensive coordinator they fired exactly 2 weeks ago was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I said it last week, dude. I'm just kind of starting to feel bad for Caleb now. This just sucks.
This is the
We all
most
knew it
Bears
was going to
thing.
happen, I guess.
Like,
It's
yeah.
the Bears.
Yeah, well, this is broken record at this point. Yeah, it's just
Like,
classic
they-
Chicago.
They're gonna get a quarterback that can actually throw the ball, and they're just gonna like ruin him. Like the coaching is terrible. Eberflus gonna get fired. They're gonna like bring in some other guy. They're gonna just like he's gonna lose his mind. This is gonna be like the Matt Stafford Lions of the
Yeah.
2000s. Like
This
it's
team was 4-2, man. That is crazy.
5 in a row.
yep, and not even just 5 in a row and like oh man, close get like
Four straight
heartbreaking.
completely
Hail
devastating
Mary,
losses.
blocked field goal, overtime loss after you got the miracle comeback. Like they're
Yep.
doing they're clearing the bingo board.
I mean,
man.
yeah,
They really are.
maybe they're just expending all of their bad luck this year, and then next year.
Yeah. Because here's the problem, right? When you start thinking like this, like, all right, you know what? We threw away his rookie year, but next year he's going to really get it go. And I mean, think of this for all these teams. Think of the 49ers. We're like, hey, you know what? Next year we'll get to the Super Bowl, right? Think of the Texans, like, oh man, next year we're surely going to be back with these new weapons. And now it's like, you don't take into account injuries can happen, like players
Yep.
move around, like random shit occurs. Like you never know. And that's why it's like you have to take advantage of every opportunity you get because you might even be worse next year if something happens. Like who knows?
Yeah.
So, and then before then years go by and you're like, hey, we got to pay this guy and he doesn't want to play here anymore because we fucked them up.
Yep.
So
Yep. I know that feeling well.
that's true, you do.
Yeah.
Also,
Sorry, Bears.
yep. Sam Darnold, 330, 2 TDs. He got kind of hurt for a bit.
Yeah, there was a scare for a second.
That
but
was
he's playing.
worrying. Yeah.
Although
Although
Can
he
I
did
just say-
beat my ass in fantasy.
Can I say fuck the Bears really quick times
Yeah.
2?
Yep.
Because it's very clear what their defensive strategy was this game. It was make sure Justin Jefferson doesn't catch anything at the expense of the rest of the Vikings offense
We'll get
catching
to the
everything.
segment.
No,
Yeah.
I lost anyway. But like, I get to be mad at this because of fantasy, but also it's a stupid strategy. They expended so much making sure Jefferson didn't do anything that the rest of the Vikings squad scored 30 points on them. Addison has
I was
162
confused.
yards, Hawkinson
Yeah.
114, Aaron Jones 106. Like Aaron Jones also caught 3 for 12. Like everyone else caught and did everything. Like
Yeah.
that clearly was a losing strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
It's
So it is the power of a superstar wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. And it's just and then even the Bears fumbled a kick or a punt or whatever, which set
Yeah.
up more Viking stuff, and then it's just it's all over for them.
The
They've dropped
season's
to
over.
they've dropped to a below 1% chance to make the playoffs. They're done. So
can we still say though that it has remained Darnold's season?
100%.
yeah, I mean
I mean, he hasn't. You know, it's not like he's looking like Peyton Manning, but he's putting
He's
in the
no
work. He's putting in the
MVP
numbers.
candidate, but
It's
he
really
is-
hard to look past that Jacksonville game. I'm gonna need a couple more games where he's back to his high yardage self, and then I'll join you.
we
Okay,
have,
but-
Still at,
we have
yeah,
Vikings, Cardinals, Falcons, Bears again, Seahawks, Packers, Lions. So like here we go. This is time. These are
Yeah.
some playoff tier games you're going here. So
You gotta say though, like this is safe to say Darnold is playing at a level that you could not have possibly anticipated.
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
no, I
Yeah.
thought the Vikings were gonna be terrible.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we all
Mhm.
did. It's
Yeah.
yeah, he's doing way better than like anybody thought. So we'll see how he finishes the season.
Darnold.
Then we had one of the most insane games of the week.
Just look at the box score, man.
Yeah, the fourth
They-
quarter could have been its own game.
Yeah.
The fourth quarter, there was
This is so chaotic.
41 total points scored in the fourth quarter.
There were 4 touchdowns in the final 5 minutes.
It's
Yep.
just the NFC East, you know. That's just what
Yep.
this division is chaos.
But it was like not even just like fun, like back and forth, like touchdown battle, like the goofiest, stupidest ways to like do this shit.
It's frustrating a little bit because Dallas deserved to lose this game after that 80-yard
Absolutely.
touchdown. Like, oh my God.
Sorry,
That
I
was-
misspoke, by the way. It was 5 touchdowns in the past.
Yeah.
Final
Sure.
5
There you go.
minutes.
A touchdown per minute.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you like we talk about prevent defense? That's when prevent defense is supposed to exist. When the enemy, when the other team has like 2 plays only, and they're at like the 20-yard line, like that's when you prevent defense. That's like the only time it's acceptable. And somehow they came up an 80-yard catch and run. It was a catch and run. It wasn't even like a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then they missed the extra point, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, by the way, his second missed extra point of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just even if he makes one of those, one of the 2.
Dude, this is what I mean. This is why I say kicker is one of the positions that I would least want to play. If you put a gun to my head and you told me that I had to play a position, I would not want to be a kicker.
Dude,
There's no more pressure put on a single position than kicker.
Yeah.
And it's also just
you have
extremely
to
vital.
be. Yeah, it's super important. And in order to even have one of the 32 jobs that exist in the world that pays like this, you have to be basically near perfect.
You got to be like 90% or better.
Yeah. And if you're if you're just even if you're near perfect, but you miss one particular kick, you will be hated, reviled by hundreds of thousands of people.
Let's say maybe, I don't know, the NFC divisional round against, say, 49ers when you could go up by 2 scores, but then don't, and then fall back and then lose. That would be heartbreaking.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
but see, and you only remember those.
Yeah.
People only remember those. They don't remember
all the other kicks are expected.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
the worst.
No, we talk about Justin Tucker. Like, how many kicks has he missed this year? Like 5 total?
Right. Yeah, maybe.
It's his worst year ever.
It's his worst year.
It is.
Yeah.
And like 17 out of 23. Like, in any other context, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But in this context, it's dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, I mean, even look at the Jets. They'd have more wins right now if they could actually make kicks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty important. And it was important here. And the Commanders goofed it. And really, it was just a joke game. NFC East. The Cowboys, they're not good. They're not going to go anywhere. They even at the end of the game get the onside kick and run it back for a touchdown, even though that gave the Commanders another chance to score, when if they just would have went down, the game was over.
The game's over, yeah.
So, like, that's coaching.
That's
like,
coaching.
hey,
Mike McCarthy, great coach. Great
Good
guy.
stuff, Mike McCarthy.
Can I just say that this game has kind of changed my mind in terms of, like, don't go to overtime. Go for 2. Go for 2 and try to win the game. Like, you have one play that like you basically can win off of one play,
and you need 2 yards.
You need one play, 2 yards in the end zone. Like, I know it's harder to score in the end zone than it is to get like 2 yards at midfield, but like I don't know, like our overtime is so RNG with the coin flip. Like take like you're in control. You have the ball. You need 2 yards. You go win the game. Don't leave it to chance.
And like there's got to be ways they can design like really good plays for that specific situation.
100%. Like, we've seen some incredible plays sometimes. I cannot believe we don't see them more often. It makes me mad.
I mean, when you think about it, right? Because I mean, you only get 2 points, but effectively, the offense has to score 2 touchdowns in a row, right?
Yeah, right. but it's 2 yards. It goes both ways. Yes, they're doing that, but it's. You have the whole playbook is open with 2 yards. Run plays, pass plays, like everything is open.
Yeah.
I at this point now, seeing that missed extra point, I'm like, that was a missed extra point to tie. Like, that's depressing. Like, go for 2, try to win.
Yeah, I agree. So that sucked.
It'd be more fun.
It would be more fun. So
Yeah.
then we have, unless you're the Bengals, then you have like, a guy with 200 yards and you don't throw it to him.
Right.
Then we had Dolphins, Patriots.
This is a skip game.
This is a skip game. Patriots.
This is a skip game. They got
were
fucked.
demolished. The Dolphins needed this game to stay in the playoffs, and they absolutely roasted them.
I like this Dolphins team. I think they're gonna surprise everyone and sneak into the playoffs.
I mean, they're kind of on the rise
kinda just
right now.
back,
But
right? Like Tua's fine. Their offense is, not full strength, but close.
I'd say they have to win this Thursday in Green Bay. I don't
They have
want
to
them
win
to,
out.
but
I'm a little spoiler for Pick'ems. I'm taking the Dolphins in that game.
yeah, I mean, it's a pretty scary game, honestly. Like, they have a high-powered offense.
What are their playoff odds? Because I mean, surely they have to. We talked about this last
Currently,
week. Like,
16%.
yeah,
I think that's low. I would
That's
give
pretty
them
low.
I would give them like 30.
These are the NFL.com playoff Bible percentages, all right?
I give them a 1/3 shot looking at this. I mean, what? They're like 1.5 games back of Denver? Like, why? No, man, 16's way too low.
Yeah.
Mm.
They play the Jets twice, Texans,
They
49ers, Browns.
basically have no write-off games anymore. Like every game
they
is
have
they like against a legitimate team, and they probably need to win it.
I mean,
Yep.
Denver has a hard schedule. Like their two easy games are Cleveland, Indy, and those are not freebies.
Yeah.
They're I mean, well,
Yeah.
Cleveland should be a freebie, let's be real.
Yeah.
But then they have LA, Cincy, and Kansas City. Those are 3 hard games.
Rams or
Yeah.
Chargers?
Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
I think that's 3 hard games, 2 of them divisional. Like Denver is not settled into they have the weakest in my hold on their playoff spot. Let me look at the Chargers schedule too, just to
I
be
actually
sure.
think the Dolphins can even afford to lose a game and still be in an all right spot.
Chargers have a hard one too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They have Falcons, which is not free. They have Kansas City. They have Tampa Bay, which is still pretty tough.
Yeah.
That's probably a Mike Evans is back Tampa Bay, maybe.
This is
I
going
don't
to be
know.
a very interesting conclusion. for the
Yeah,
AFC wild
this
card.
wild card is
is,
not set. It is not
Yeah.
set, and any of these teams out. I think besides the Ravens and the Steelers, even the Steelers could slip if the Steelers lose out or something. Like the Dolphins are absolutely in it.
The only teams below 90% in the AFC are the Chargers, 86%, the Broncos, 73%. And
Wow,
then
wait.
all the bubble teams are like 16 for the Dolphins, 21% Colts, 13% Bengals.
The Colts have a high. Oh well, the Colts could win their division, I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
that
that's
was what.
Yeah.
And those are really the only other teams. That's it.
Okay. But yeah, this game was doo-doo.
Yep. Then we had the oh god, I lost it.
Chiefs,
Panthers. Which, hey, you know what? Panthers played pretty well actually.
We are back to normal with the Chiefs barely winning a game that they
Yep.
should have absolutely
Yeah.
demolished.
So I said this to you guys, and I want to mention it here. Like, this conversation should be not how miraculous it is that they're managing to win all these one possession games, but why the hell are they always in these one possession games? They
Yeah.
never
I-
dominate. They're always just squeaking by.
I sat
Yeah.
there and thought about picking the Panthers. You guys remember that? It took
Yep.
me like
Yeah.
20 seconds. Like I that was not as crazy as a pick as it seemed.
That's why I didn't lock the Chiefs. I was gonna, although I should have because I locked the Texans. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this Chiefs team is maybe a little bit better than mediocre. They're fine. They're like just barely like a Super Bowl capable team. Like they barely hit that mark. And
They absolutely should not be 10-1.
But
But
they
no,
are
no.
10-1.
But they are.
this team has stolen like 4 games, and that might be generous. It might be like 5 or 6. Like
They're like the anti-Bears, where they find ways to win instead of finding ways to
Mhm.
lose. Bryce Young actually looked pretty good this game, though. Like, he made some really good throws.
him
Definitely
being
one of his
benched was
better
the
games.
best thing that ever happened
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
100%. He's actually looked decent. He looks like he can actually grow into a real quarterback, which I think is the thing you got to hope for the most from
This
Panthers
game
fans,
is
though.
like the first time I've like been like maybe he can do it.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
still like I need to see more, but
yeah, like he needs to
um,
finish the season playing like this.
yeah, he can't go back to Bryce Young doesn't the Bryce Young that didn't know what was going on in the field.
Yeah,
the Panthers aren't even like the 3rd or 4th worst team in the league anymore, which is
No.
shocking given
Yeah.
like the first half of the season.
No,
Honestly, true.
the Jags and Giants and
Yeah,
Raiders
they're
are all
Jets,
they're
worse.
Bears,
Yeah.
and
yeah. Like the Panthers play the Bucks twice, which is divisional. Like if you can take one from the Bucks and then they play the Cowboys, they could beat. They could.
imagine the Panthers going on a run, dude. I would love it.
They are not going to beat the Eagles. Cardinals,
Oh,
maybe.
let's let it happen. Let's
Cardinals
fantasize a little bit.
and then the Falcons. Like I could see.
Come on, why not?
It could happen.
Yeah. Like I say Buccaneers, Eagles are the main teams that I don't think they can beat. But even then, divisional Buccaneers, like they almost beat them last year, I think, or they did. So like I don't know, maybe
Cats
Bryce, dude.
famously
Fuck it.
favored against birds. So
that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. Then Buccaneers, they beat up the Giants.
Yep.
Yep.
Another skip.
Cool.
sure
Then we
did.
had. Then we had
We've
the
already
Lions.
shit on the
30
Giants enough for
30
one
to
day.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what? Skip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. One thing. Baker Mayfield did the Tommy DeVito.
Oh
thing,
yeah, he did. That was pretty
touchdown
funny.
celebration.
Oh,
Yeah.
Baker. Oh,
don't
Baker
even know
Mayfield did
why.
also have like 3 different plays that were just the most Baker Mayfield. Like this guy wants to win so bad.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
he had like a downfield block on a Bucky Irving run or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude,
they
dude,
were
what
a-
a freak.
Like,
They were
I
freaking nothing.
don't even think he dislikes Tommy DeVito. He just
No,
it's
I think he
just
might
like a
have just been
football
fucking with
thing.
him.
He's
Yeah.
like the most competitive player in the whole NFL currently.
Yeah.
Like I think there's no
why in
doubt.
the fuck would Tommy DeVito deserve that?
I
Like,
know,
what
seriously.
he
Like he
done to
just
Baker?
came in starting, and like Baker comes and just shits
Like,
on him.
fuck that
Like,
guy
That
up
was
in the
pretty funny.
stand. I know what he did.
it's like, what the hell, man?
Then we had the Lions beat up the Colts. I wish Jared Goff could have thrown
shellacking,
for
dude.
like, I don't know, 1 or 2 touchdowns so I could have won fantasy. That'd be great. But he threw for none. That's
Yep.
cool.
Hey,
The
Jahmyr
Lions
Gibbs.
are just outclassing teams, dude. This is what the Chiefs should be doing and being 10-1, but no, they're not even close to this level of
Lions
dominance,
are the best team in football easily.
without a doubt. And
Yeah.
that's so fun, dude. Like, holy shit, the Lions are like, without even questioning it, the best team in the
And they
league
don't
right
even
now.
have their best
I will
defensive
say
player.
that like I think I heard one NFL media person say the exact phrase like the Eagles destroyed the Rams, but the Lions, they couldn't put away the Colts, so like the Eagles are better. And I didn't remember the scores or anything, but I was like, okay, I guess the Lions game was a little close. And now I'm back here like, the fuck was that person talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about.
Because the
Yeah.
Lions didn't score 52 points again, like they're suddenly like, what are you talking about?
Like the
They have
Colts
nearly
got 6.
doubled. Like their point differential is like almost double. Like it's 364 and 183 against. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. I don't think the Colts are make the playoffs. I don't think they're good.
No.
So,
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, they're dookie.
But the Broncos look like they could.
Oh, fucking Knicks, dude.
Bo
Yeah.
Nix, 2 TDs, 273.
Dude, latter
He
half
just
of the
keeps
season.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to see how he finishes. You never know. I mean, it is the Raiders. Like, let's not
We
forget.
keep saying that. It's the Raiders, it's the Falcons, it's the Panthers, but like
It is.
he's putting up.
You have to
legit
say
games.
that though. You do
Yeah.
have to say that because then like we watch like this team, go up against the Ravens and they got absolutely monster mashed, like
yeah.
Yeah.
But he did.
I mean,
well
he
against
put up
the
a pretty
Chiefs.
legit line against the Chiefs, though. So
But even then,
I mean,
now the
there's
Chiefs
kind
are-
of both sides to the argument there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say like, because I don't think I expect this team to beat any of like like if they played the Bills would win.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
God, yeah,
like if they
absolutely.
played, like and I think they're gonna win 9 times out of 10. But the fact that there's even 1 out of 10 now is kind of impressive. You know what I mean? And they're kind
I
of
agree.
and they're winning against the bad teams.
Which you have to do.
yeah, and that's hard apparently.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
honestly.
legitimately.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you look at some of
I
these
mean,
games.
There's only 32 teams in the league, all things considered, right? And like less than half are like legitimately bad. So there's
Yeah.
not that many to go around.
Yeah. Especially this year. There's a lot of bad teams.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, we'll have to see how the Broncos finish, but they're looking better than I thought they would.
Look forward to those Danny Jones years, Las Vegas.
Yep. Then the Cardinals continue to be fraudulent as they lose to the Seahawks, and now the Seahawks lead the division at 6-5.
Give me that 1v4 W. I'm gonna eat that W.
I-
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah.
I cannot pick a Cardinals game correctly. I can't. It can't be done.
Yeah, it's wild.
It can't fucking be done. I control this team's fate.
This division is nuts. This division is a mess.
It really is. It's like maybe one of the closest mediocre divisions we've seen.
Yeah.
Because it's like
6-5 Seahawks leading the way with a divisional record of, I want to say, 2-1. Does that sound right?
You know what's funny is all these teams, like the worst team in this league, the Niners. The Niners are the worst team in this division.
In this division, yeah, not the
Sorry,
league. But,
In this league.
I think there's no argument that the Niners in their current form are the worst.
in
team
there,
in this
yeah,
division.
right now, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know who's going to win this division. I would bet Seahawks at this point, but
I have I would not put money
I still
on
think
it. I
it's
have
the
no fucking
Rams.
clue. I think it might be
Like,
the Rams, yeah.
I
it
still
could
think I
literally
still
be
believe
any
in the
of them.
Rams.
like
Yep.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to predict.
Yeah. And this was a Kyler Murray threw a terrible interception that
He had a
turned
bad
this
game.
Yeah, it was bad.
This is one of those games I was very happy that I was able to trade him away for Josh Allen last minute in our fantasy league.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a 69-yard pick six. And I think that was the only touchdown. Oh, no, JSN had a touchdown from Geno. That was the only other touchdown.
We haven't really
So-
talked about JSN.
Yeah.
He's
been
kind of
doing
showing up
great.
for Seattle
Yeah.
this year, dude.
He,
He had a big line this game, 6 for 77. He had 10 for 110 last week, and then the week before that, 7 for 180 and 2 TDs. Like he's been balling out, dude.
He's
Yeah,
finally
I mean-
like people like he's being able to catch those passes that like Lockett used to catch because Metcalf is like double covered, right? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
JSN
like,
has taken that role of like I'm wide receiver too.
He's doing that while Lockett's still there. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, really
Well-
glad I traded Josh Jacobs for Marvin Harrison Jr. to bolster my wide receiver fantasy team, and he's done like nothing. So
Yeah.
really cool. Glad they spent a 4th overall to get that guy the ball.
He's been extremely boomer bust, and it's been a whole bunch of busts lately.
Yep.
Yeah. But busting makes you feel good, so
True.
Yep.
an argument.
Then we
the
had
other direction.
Packers 49ers. Love it.
Yeah, this 49ers team is in trouble, man.
I'm going to be honest. I was mad that I picked the Niners and Brock Purdy was out and I didn't know. But even if Brock Purdy plays this game, they don't win.
They probably
No,
don't win. Yeah.
I don't think they do. Jordan Love looked pretty good. He was 13 of 23, 163, 2 TDs. He should have been 14 of 23 for like 203 TDs, but Christian Watson dropped the easiest touchdown he was going to get this year, probably. Literally hit him in the hands in stride, and he just forgot how to catch a football, I guess. So that was cool. Tying the NFL record this year for drops. We're at 22 drops. Really cool. Please stop dropping the ball. But Josh Jacobs, 106, 3 touchdowns. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this was the Josh Jacobs show, dude. Like that was
Yeah.
just complete control the whole game.
He ran over them. Even Emmanuel Wilson did some pretty good runs in there. Like the 49ers just looked worn out. They were just beat up. I mean, the Brandon Allen got picked off. He didn't even look terrible, but he was just like not good. Christian McCaffrey only 11 for 31. He fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
it
can
was
we pour
just-
one out for all the first pick drafters this year in fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough,
That is
man.
rough. You could tell the 49ers were just like worn out. They're banged up. They're cold.
Yeah.
They just looked like they gave up. Essentially, like it
Dude.
just looked bad.
I'm again going to say it. It's the ghost of John Madden haunting this team because Christian McCaffrey deigned to grace the cover.
How
of
dare he?
Madden. Hey, really, honestly, I don't.
The
But you know
audacity.
what's there are. You could probably find it online. The stats of actual like Madden cursed players.
Oh yeah,
And
there's like a
it
whole
is-
Wikipedia article, right?
Yeah, it is legitimately terrible. Like there's some. It happens every time.
It really is
So-
actually.
Mhm.
But I mean, this was a game the Packers needed. This was a chance to knock the 49ers, playoff chances down way down, and we did it. And so I'm happy about that. Feels good. It's like we said, you have to win these games. And they handily won this game. So you can't really complain. And it's that's really it. By the way, thank you, New York Giants, for Xavier McKinney, his 7th interception of the year. Really great safety, young safety that the Giants just, coached up for us and then let us have him.
Giants love to give away their good players for no reason.
Yep.
They really do.
Yep.
Speaking of Giants giving away their good players for no reason,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, boy.
Saquon Barkley.
Just read the stat line for me, buddy.
255 and 2 touchdowns on 26 carries.
That's a pretty good stat line there.
Throwing 47 receiving yards, and that's over 300
Just
yards.
sprinkle that on top.
That's
MVP.
it's absurd. Yeah.
MVP.
He genuinely is MVP. Right
MVP.
now.
I'm sorry, but
300 yards of offense from one fucking player.
He is
Yes.
a monster.
By the
Lamar
way-
Jackson and Josh Allen have not done enough to warrant getting the MVP over him right now. I just
No.
don't think that.
I
If he
mean, I
maintains
would-
anything close to this kind of pace, he might actually win it.
I would actually say
Well-
MVP is like Saquon with like Derrick Henry right behind him. Like
I
that should be
agree.
the race.
Absolutely.
That's how it should be, but you know that it's quarterback than everyone else.
But at least we can have ours. We'll
Yeah.
start giving out an MVP. I think we should start giving out an MVP.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I
Yeah, that'd
mean,
be fun.
McCaffrey
actually.
would have won it last year. I think we all would agree
Yeah.
about that.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let's just like posthumously, we'll say, or no, that's not.
Possibly we're gonna kill him.
We're gonna kill him.
What word am I
I mean, if
thinking
he
of?
scores 40 points
Retroactively.
against me in fantasy again, yeah, I might have to kill him to win.
I mean,
We're just
Retroactively, we'll
joking.
award it to him.
All police agencies. We're kidding.
If you look at rushing yards right now through 12 games, Saquon has 1392. That
Yeah.
is on pace for over 2,000. Followed by Derrick Henry, who's at 1325. And then
Jeez.
Josh
I'm
Jacobs
pretty
is
excited to talk about him too.
Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs is third at 944. And then there's
That
nobody
is
else.
a
Wild.
monumental gap. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
ridiculous.
400
Statistically
yards.
insane gap.
Yeah,
Which is
Yeah.
actually insane.
that
'cause
graph just looks nuts.
Josh Jacobs is the only person over 900 yards. Then there's like another
Yeah.
gap. Like it's
That's
it's
a
crazy.
really fucking good
And,
year,
and, you,
dude.
and you haven't
Yeah.
listed like a lot of very good running backs like Joe Mixon and Kyron
Yeah.
Williams and a bunch of other really good running backs. Like that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only
And
other
Walker's having a really good year.
even the Jameer Gibbs 886, Chuba Hubbard 876, Kyron Williams 822, Tony Pollard 800. Nobody else is even
Yeah.
over 800. Like it's insane. And
They're
again,
completely dominating.
remember the offseason, all these teams acting like running backs grow on trees, and yet
Yeah.
these dudes are like carrying teams.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles are not this good without Saquon Barkley.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think they have this record without Saquon. doing
It
what
is
he's
also
doing.
worth mentioning, and I think Saquon would be the first to say this. In fact, looking at his Google page right now, his latest tweet is, "How about them boys up front?" Which I
You gotta
think
have
is
a good
absolutely
O-line.
worth mentioning.
Nice.
Doesn't matter how good a running back you are. If your O line's bad, you don't
Yep.
Yeah.
you don't do anything anyway.
Yeah.
The counterpoint Saquon with the Giants, but also, yeah, generally.
There's actually
Yeah,
a Josh Jacobs quote as well, where they asked him after the game what it was like, and he essentially said, "Man, it feels good to not be on the Raiders anymore." That's what it boiled down to. So, I mean, yeah, all these guys are happy. I mean, even Derrick Henry, like
Yep.
13 touchdowns rushing, leads the league.
Yep.
Yeah.
That it was shocking for him to have not scored a touchdown last week. Or this game rather, and he almost did, but they took it away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the Rams just kind of they were there.
I mean, it's hard to fucking compete with that dude. That's just
Yeah.
that's just a
Uh,
once in a lifetime
Just
game for him.
monstrous,
Rams
man.
also 0 for 8 on third down. That's
Yeah,
bad.
Eagles 9 of 15 again, largely thanks to
Mhm.
Barkley.
Yep. So it's I mean,
so I do want to say, because we were talking about MVP, I think most likely if we're ever going to get a running back win MVP again, they're going to have to break the record for like,
You're probably
Something.
right.
yeah, either
What
he's
is
either gonna have to
the
break.
single season yardage record again? I think it's
you
like
know,
2,100 or
Let's
something.
look this up.
I think the last
20
running back.
2,105 yards by Eric Dickerson in 1984.
I think
Which
the,
They're both on pace for that right now.
the last
That would
running
be
back
interesting.
to win MVP, I think, was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he almost broke the record, right? He was like
Yeah,
a
he was-
few yards off, wasn't he?
Yep, he was right there. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, I would say this seems like Saquon's probably doing as well, if not better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
potentially.
Got to
Yeah.
keep it up though.
Got to keep
Yep.
it up.
Yeah.
Then we had Ravens Chargers.
It's the same exact conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Except this one I think is even more exciting just because of the way that Derrick Henry plays. Like
Yeah.
Saquon is incredibly strong and is like, like I feel like Saquon's strength is mostly like lower half, you know what I mean? Where it's just like he just has like
Oh, yeah, he's
the,
got tree
the,
trunk
the
legs.
stability to be able to make things happen and like get a few extra yards. Derrick Henry just fucking dominates grown ass huge fucking football playing men,
Yeah.
throwing them to the ground by the face. Holy shit. There is no other running back in this league that is even close to his level of just like complete dominance on the field. It is insane. There were
Yeah.
multiple like 10+ yard runs from Henry in this game. He's just throwing dudes to the ground. Like, get out of my fucking way kind of shit. It's crazy. It's so much fun to watch, especially when he's playing for your fantasy team. But like there's no one else in the league like him, and he's having the best year of his career, and he's 30. This is when they're supposed to die. This is the year that
Yeah.
running backs die, and he is having the best year of his life.
I don't. This game makes me hate the Steelers even more, man. like the Steelers had the number 2 offense and the Chargers had the number 1 offense. I don't know why the Steelers go in and prevent the Ravens from, they pretty much shut down Derrick Henry, shut down the Ravens offense, and then they come back next week and annihilate the number 1 offense. It doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it,
Speaking
man.
of not making any sense, let's wrap up the games of the week by a thing I forgot to mention. The NFL, Mike Pereira talking about how there's cameras they
Oh
can't
my God!
use.
Thank you for reminding me.
Right,
This made me
yeah.
so mad. I'm shaking. I'm already shaking again. I'm shaking so mad. This
Yeah.
is the dumbest thing. Every week, I feel like there's a new dumbest thing. This is
Yep.
the dumbest thing. Mike Pereira came on and said we cannot use the overhead cam because it's not installed in every stadium, and it was a matter of fairness. I'm sorry. Let me stop you right there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying that in order to be fair, you need to be unfair.
Yep.
Like that's what you just said. Listen to the words you just said. We can't use a camera angle that proves a thing because it would be too fair and so therefore unfair.
Yep.
And also, how can they not install
Get
these
the
cameras?
camera!
It's like
Get
they're- they make billions of fucking dollars like every year.
We put a man on the moon. If we can't put a camera in the stands, then we're fucked.
No, this I think this is very easily distilled down to owner greed again, which is such a stupid answer to things,
Yeah.
but it almost always is.
I
Yeah.
think they could use some of that FanDuel money to put in a camera, dude.
Well,
God
but
damn it.
but you guys are focusing on one. This doesn't make sense for 2 aspects. They're saying that it's
Yeah.
not fair because not every stadium has it. Like, motherfucker, Heinz Field has a construction like quirk that makes it the hardest stadium to kick field goals in. Like that's a huge advantage that the Steelers have that no one else has because their kickers are used to it. That's unfair. And what do you mean camera? Like, just use the cameras. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're right.
And even
It's-
then,
it-
it's like they act like it's just going to be, oh, it's only fair for one team. It's like both teams will both benefit and be detrimented by this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God.
And actually,
Very
like, with
funny that he said that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
saying the quiet part.
I think it's good that he said it because now we know how stupid it is. Like, it's
Yeah.
definitely a rule.
We
Like, he wouldn't say
suspected, but
it if it
now it's
wasn't a rule.
confirmed.
It's so stupid.
Oh, the NFL's so fucking dumb, man.
It really
They have
is.
so much money, and now they have so much more money. Like
Yeah.
the sports betting, they have probably like doubled their fucking profits
Oh,
in
yeah.
the last 2 years.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, they're all invested in those betting companies. All the owners are.
Yep.
And there's fucking 40 of them. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
they all have their own that they're promoting.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I
Go to
mean, Jesus
CardinalsBet.com to place the best lines on Kyler Murray.
Go to patreon.com/3guysandAbear. to-
Okay, let's theorize. How much theoretically could it really cost to put in these cameras?
Well, okay, I see the first problem, which is probably that, if your stadium doesn't have a ceiling, then you can't
Right.
put a camera there. But like at the same time,
Don't
you
they
could
have, they have the
probably
wire cams
They have
though,
the
don't they?
suspension cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's some logistical issue that might prevent that too. But at the same time, like build a pole. How
Yeah,
about
I
a
was
pole
I don't
with
know
a
seriously,
camera
I
on
don't
it?
think that when you have more money than God,
Yeah.
you don't there are no logistical issues. You can figure out hanging a fucking camera somewhere.
We were
You know
just
what I mean?
talking about
Like,
it
it's
before.
not-
Money is fake.
Yeah, really. Like it's because the
think,
thing is, yeah.
I think the issue is that they don't care.
No, you know what it is.
They want there to be
is-
less information.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's partly that, but also here's the other thing. There is no way to directly profit off of installing these cameras this way.
Yeah.
That's straight up. This is the reason.
I
There-
hate
there-
how often we
there's-
land on that conclusion, but it is like 99% of the time correct.
Yeah. It literally. Here's the thing. For them, it is just a cost, and the only benefit is fairness.
who
for
gives a
them-
shit about
Yeah,
fairness?
exactly. Who
Yeah.
fucking cares to them? Right?
It's right back around. Like, look, I'm sorry, this is late stage capitalism part of the podcast, but
Yeah.
like, it shows the inherent unbelievable weakness of late stage capitalism to be unable to look one step ahead. Everything must be truncated to the 1-to-1 ratio of which. Does this make me money? No. But here's
Right now.
I can't hear you. La, la,
Get
la, la, la,
rid
la.
of it.
Yeah.
That's literally all. It's like, this might, improve the quality of the product, and more people
Right.
might watch the game because it's more fair and balanced, and less people will get frustrated, and they'll enjoy it more. Maybe they'll buy more products because they're less frustrated. Like, am I not making sense? Of course not. It's like a child could figure that out, but because it's not a direct money equals green line go up thing, capitalism can't see that. So you don't
for a
get their
fact
camera.
some owners like, what's the budget? And they're like, we're gonna put in one of those cameras, or we can build a statue of you. And they're like, yeah, let's go statue.
Yeah. Do you want a
Yeah,
camera or do
statue.
you want a VR hologram of the owner who can AI
Yeah.
answer questions when they're dead?
Oh, and also raise the season ticket prices up 20%.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Offer
yeah.
a free Pepsi.
Right, yeah.
Medium.
Um,
Medium.
medium,
Come on
medium.
now.
Come on.
Fuck
Not
you.
giving
no.
away money here.
It's
Come on.
not
Yeah.
a fucking charity, all right?
Yeah. To be fair, I would give them a free medium Pepsi to not watch a Giants game.
I would give them
Yeah.
a free medium Pepsi to not have to drink a Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's
Pepsi's fine.
the games of the week. I think Pepsi's
Game
okay.
of the week.
Pepsi's fine.
Yeah, it's
End of the week.
Games of the week.
So now we have
Power
rankings.
rankings.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I'll get them to you. Sorry, I forgot.
Bears that sent me the list of power ranking things.
Here they come. The power rankings coming in hot.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh boy.
Top
ranks.
5, everybody. Top 5.
Chiefs,
Yep.
Lions.
Yep.
Ravens.
Yep.
Eagles.
Yep.
You got the hard one.
It's the
Shit.
easy. It's so easy. It's so
It's
easy.
I don't have the standings open
They had
yet.
a bye week. They had a bye week this week.
They had a bye week. They totally had a fucking bye week. Oh, the Bills.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Bills.
There you go. Nice.
We had 2 thin dinks. 2 thin dinks. Both teams rising 3.
I bet I know one. It's
Um,
the. Oh wait, I thought I did.
Browns and Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh,
is
Cowboys.
right,
Yeah.
Not Browns.
Oh, Broncos.
It is Broncos. 13-10.
Did someone sneeze?
that was
An
Ari.
old-
That was Ari, yeah.
She wants food.
Oh,
Classic.
she sounded like an old man sneezing.
Kind of did. Fattest doink. Only 3 spots.
Oh.
It's either the Commanders or Steelers.
Nope. All wrong.
It's neither of them.
It's
Nope.
none of those three.
Wow.
Oh, the Niners.
Nope.
What?
the
3 spots and it's none of those teams.
the Bengals?
Nope.
They had a bye week. They
Huh.
didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Texans.
play.
No, the Bengals.
Oh.
Texans.
Wait,
Nope.
did you say the Texans? I thought.
What?
Oh, wow, really?
I don't know.
It is the
Cards?
Cardinals.
Oh, it is the
Yeah.
Cards.
But it was a divisional game. Okay.
12-15.
I guess.
Which
Yeah.
I
teams?
guess they were a bit high.
Which
Yeah.
teams have risen and fallen the furthest over the past month? 2
Oh.
big monthly risers.
Denver.
Nope.
Mm,
The
Miami.
Yep. Miami
okay. Okay.
what
Oh,
about
then maybe.
the Eagles?
and the Eagles. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
10-3. Dolphins went 23-16.
Oh,
Fattest doink 10 spots over the
Bears.
month. It's the Bears. 13
Yeah.
23. How many divisions do not have a team in the top 10?
How many divisions do not?
Oh, got to be
Two?
West, right?
It's gotta be two,
The
yeah.
NFC.
Oh, it might be 3 though, because of the AFC South. I'm gonna say 3.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
It is
Also,
3.
Fuck.
Is it the ones we said?
NFC
course.
West, South, and AFC South.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
4 teams have spent time in the bottom 10 and bottom 5. Which teams are they?
No, you mean top 10 and bottom.
Oh, top in both the top 10 and bottom 5, yeah.
Wait. Sorry. Say it again.
All right. 4 teams have spent time in both the top 10 and the
Ah.
bottom 5. Which teams are they?
Really?
Probably Denver because we thought they were going to be dog shit,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And they were really ranked that
maybe
low.
maybe the Cardinals? No, the Cardinals didn't make it to the top 10.
So, I mean, think of the start of the season.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Commanders because.
Yep.
Oh,
we
yeah,
also thought they would
okay,
be dog
okay.
shit.
Yep.
Fair.
The
Okay.
Bears?
Nope.
The Chargers?
Nope.
Duh.
I don't know.
Are the 49ers that low yet?
Nope.
No.
Oh yeah, that might be. This is
doubt-
hard.
I
The
doubt-
Dolphins?
Oh, dude, remember the
Dolphins,
fucking?
yep.
Oh, nice.
Dolphins.
There you go. But then also remember New Orleans started out super hot. They won
That's
like by
right.
like
It
by
is
like
the
90s
Saints.
collectively in the
that's
first 2
good.
weeks.
That's
Yep.
good.
Okay,
Good shout.
okay.
And finally, how many teams with a winning record are the 5 and 6 Buccaneers ranked above?
Oh, with a winning record.
1, 2.
The Bucks probably better than
Oh,
the.
I'd say 3.
Oh,
It's 2 or 3. I'll say 2 just to be different.
I'll say 4.
Oh.
It is 3. Cardinals.
Let's go.
Seahawks, Falcons.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those make sense.
Oh, Cardinals, Seahawks. I actually thought they would have been ranked above the Bucks,
Nope.
or not above
And-
the other ones. we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
talk about.
And so, let's see. I'm curious where the other, who's like Vikings 6, Packers 7, Steelers 8, Chargers 9, Broncos 10. So there are your NFL.com Bible of the Internet power rankings.
Power Rankings. Edmund,
Yep. Eddie.
we got to get him on
Eddie
Yeah.
Edholm.
one of these days.
We do.
I'm sure he's
Looking
doing.
forward to the invite.
Dude, I actually was
Yeah.
listening to the Chicago Sports Radio and they had him on. I didn't hear him,
Really?
but they were like, in 20 minutes, we're going to be having him on. And I'm like, well, I won't be listening in 20 minutes, but I know that guy.
Well, he's clearly into it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Uh,
what? Maybe he was trying to track you down. That's what.
Ah,
You know
I bet
what?
that's it
You're
was,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only reasonable way to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here we go. Pick'em stats.
Pick'em stats.
Yep. Bad week for everyone.
Yeah.
I went 9 and
Excuse you.
5. Rob 8 and 6. Bear 10 and 4.
Pretty good.
That was a pretty good.
Yeah. That's
Apollo 7 and 7. Randy 9
Not
and
my
5.
year.
Discord 10 and 4. Koaz Knight 8 and 6.
Yep. Coes.
We're gonna try a new pronunciation every
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
One will be right.
Yep.
The buddy system. There have been 150 2v2s between podcast hosts across all season. Most pairings, Rob and Bear, 54.
Oh.
Best pairing, Robson Victa, 70%.
Oh.
Least best pairing, Krendor Bear, 35%.
Oh.
No.
You guys
I
can't
feel-
agree.
I think we agree, and it's just real bad.
Yeah. Anytime
Yeah.
we agree, pick the opposite.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder
Uh,
what our record is since we agree as much as we do, Bear.
Somewhere between there.
Probably
Yeah.
in between, yeah.
Steelers are 3 and 3, the pit of despair when Krendor picks them, and 5 and 0 when he picks against them.
Oh wow.
Krendor is 1 and 5, predicting AFC North divisional games.
Oof.
Yep.
There's
Yikes.
another pick opposite, I guess.
Yep. Not in the cards. Apollo's incorrectly predicted the last 8 Cardinal games, longest losing streak ever. Longest streak ever
No,
was
his longest
Randy.
losing streak ever.
Randy at 14 Commanders. And Krendor is the longest among hosts at 10 for the Titans.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I feel like the Cards are like a hard team to like not accidentally get right one of these times because like they've split their games. Like it's crazy that I've gotten them all so wrong.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
In fact, I think there's been a few times where you're going to pick them and then you didn't, and then it just goes badly.
Like I've not been like picking against them a bunch or picking for. I've been switching it up, but I
Yeah.
still am getting it wrong.
I remember you've been betrayed by them multiple times. This
Yeah,
year,
Yeah.
too, and then you
it
keep
started
coming
out
back.
because I feel like I was like, I'm not picking them because they're bad, and then they would win, and then I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll pick them, and then they fucking lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
November Wayne. Throughout his career, Bears done worse predicting Sunday night football games in November compared to other months.
Huh.
I need you guys to explain this to me. Is this Bear is slash?
I
Oh.
think
And
so.
then
That looks like
I don't.
slash to me.
I feel like this has got to be a reference to something that I don't understand,
Yeah, it's probably something I don't
Probably a
understand
song.
either.
like a song
Wayne?
by Guns N' Roses or something.
I'm assuming
November
Wayne is a-
Rain,
Oh, yeah. Makes
Is that a
sense.
song?
song by
Never
Guns N'
heard.
Roses.
All right,
Okay.
there we go.
Well,
Seeing-
I apologize. We clearly
I appreciate the effort. I just
Yeah.
I need a little help with that one.
No, that's really it's honestly higher brow than we do
Absolutely.
here at this
Guns N' Roses isn't really highbrow.
To us, I think. is
That-
maybe.
He's showing a little bit more cultural awareness than perhaps we're used to in our conversations.
Yeah.
Seeing the light. Rob has done much better predicting the Rams since daylight savings time ended. 2-5 pre, 4-0 post.
That's a hilarious stat.
That is
I
pretty
just-
funny, actually.
I also love the art with me with the ram horns.
Oh yeah,
That
big
is really
time.
good.
Very good.
Those like some
Um,
high def ram horns, man. What the
They
hell?
are.
Yeah. It's
And
like from a
now-
magic card,
It actually does kind of look like it.
A little bit, yeah.
right?
Now it's time for pick'ems.
Pickles! Thank
This
you,
week's
Pixelated, by the
featuring
way.
our assistant
Pick-
coach Shane.
He's got a
Were you gonna
potato.
shout that out? You do it. You do it this time.
You just did it.
Oh, I did it. Okay, thanks, Shane.
He's a potato.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
Do it
Shout out
again,
to all the
motherfucker.
assistant coaches. Thanks for your support over there on patreon.com/3guysandbear. This week's assistant coach is best at predicting the Texans, who's got a 10-2 pick'ems record for this year.
Oh.
9-3 Patriots, pretty good.
Also pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, let's start it out. Bears Lions Thanksgiving.
Lion.
Lions. Yeah, I'm
Lions.
going to be
That
picking the
would
Lions for the
be
rest of the year until
yeah,
they lose.
it's impossible
Yeah.
to not pick
Yep.
the Lions at this
Yeah.
point.
I mean, but Thanksgiving
Never know.
divisional.
They're going to win. They're going to
What
win.
what are the
Uh,
Lions? What's the Lions' historical record on Thanksgiving?
That's
It's
a great
probably
question.
pretty
They
bad.
got blown out by the Packers last year. Well, it was like they were looking terrible, and then the moon happened, remember? And the Packers won. That started their big run.
Wait, I don't remember the moon.
Yeah, the moon. It was like
Yeah, the moon.
the Lions would always lose on like a waning gibbous moon or some shit, and it happened, and then they
That's
actually
hilarious.
lost to the Packers.
That's- I
The
love
Lions have an
sports.
all-time record of 37, 45, and 2 on Thanksgiving, but do keep in mind it was the Lions.
Yeah, they were really bad.
They
for
got
a
a
long
ways to
time.
work back up there.
Yeah.
I also think the Lions played really bad last year against the Bears.
They,
If I
I,
remember
do- I remember
correctly.
that as well, I think.
Pick the Bears.
I mean,
then,
it is
motherfucker.
divisional. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody
No.
do it.
No, I won't.
Last year, the Lions beat the Bears 31-26, and then the Bears beat the Lions 28-13. Or wait, no, that was the year. That was 2023. Wait, yeah. Where the hell
No,
is
our-
this?
This year.
Our AC went Lions, and I assume we still got a sweep despite these stats.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, I feel like Krender's talking himself into it.
I do
I'm
too,
not
but I
taking the
know it's
Bears.
not going to result in a Bears pick, especially from Krendor,
yeah,
for God's sake.
I'm not taking the Bears. Giants, Cowboys.
Ew.
yeah.
I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
You got to take
yeah.
the Cowboys here, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but do you have to? Like,
No.
Tommy DeVito, man.
Yeah, but who's the who's Dak's not playing, right?
Cooper
Who's-
Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, yeah. It's Cooper Rush versus Tommy DeVito. I don't know.
I
The
won't.
Giants are so bad, dude.
They are really bad, but so like the
Tommy
Cowboys are-
DeVito, not 100% to play. Maybe Drew Lock.
Oh.
That's an improvement. So maybe it is the Giants.
Excuse me, we're talking about the Italian sausage right
Mhm.
here.
can't hear you. Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Dolphins,
sweet baseball Cowboys.
Packers.
Give me the Dolphins.
I'm
Boy.
going Packers.
Okay, so this actually feels like one of those situations where I would agree with Coach, and then it's going to be a 2v2, and I should change because of that. So I'm going to go Miami.
Ah, shit. Your reasoning now makes me question whether or not I should pick the Packers, because my instinct was the Packers, but then
There's no stat on me and Bear having a 2v2 though. You don't
That's
know what
true,
that
but
is.
Well, what you
How
know
does
is
it
it's somewhere
work?
between 35 and 70%.
but I mean, like,
That
do
also
the
doesn't
football
help.
gods,
That doesn't help at all.
Trust your gut,
Yeah, but like,
Rob.
can
Trust
you
your
pull
gut.
can you pull one over on the football gods, like, and turn it
I don't
around?
I think
so.
that you should be confident in yourself, idiot.
Yeah, trust your gut.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Yeah, no, I'm a Packers.
There you go.
Yay! I need you to
Yeah.
pick opposite me more anyway. I need to catch up to you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Raiders, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
Sweep.
It's not. it's
I'm
not-
going
Yeah,
to
come on.
lock the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Smart move.
that.
Smart move.
I wouldn't do because
It is a divisional.
Well, no, it's going to be Aiden O'Connell, isn't it? Never mind. Yeah, it's a good
Yep.
luck.
Yeah, Chiefs sweep. AC Chiefs.
Texans, Jags.
Texans.
It's still the
but-
Texans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Texans.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
They're not this bad yet.
No.
Yeah.
Colts, Patriots.
Ew.
Colts.
We go
I'm gonna take
Patriots.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
the Colts.
I'll go Pats. Oh fuck! No, I can't
Oh.
now. I
Yes,
gotta go
yes,
Colts.
yes,
Success.
We're so in there. It's a 70% chance for us to win now.
Right, yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, I gotta go Colts now. I can't let
There
that
we
happen.
go.
man.
No,
no,
Let's
you
go.
can't do that.
No.
Chargers,
Colts.
Falcons.
Oh, you bastard.
I'm going Colts.
Chargers, Falcons.
Chargers.
I'll go
Falcons,
Falcons.
I'm gonna
I just
go
I don't
Chargers.
have a lot of faith in the Chargers, dude. I really don't.
I
gonna
do
go
because of
Falcons.
Jim Harbaugh.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's me
Uh,
and Bear again.
Yeah.
How does it keep happening? You
Oh,
gotta
no.
switch this time. I'm not switching this
I'm
time.
not switching either.
God
Kendra
damn it!
doesn't believe in
No,
magic.
We'll
fuck,
bolster our
man.
win rate.
All right. Shane went Pats and Chargers, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Seahawks, Jets.
This is a
Oh.
Seahawks lock from RAC this week.
Wow.
Wow. I respect it, honestly.
It's a bold lock. I like that.
It is.
But even bolder is their next
I
pick.
think the Jets season is over, and I think they're going to win a meaningless game to ruin their draft position, and I think this is it. It's time to go Jets.
All right, good. I'm going Seahawks then.
Oh man. I my gut said Jets here. But I
Kinda feel
hate it. So I'm gonna
Give us some more 2v2s, man. We got a lot of 2v2s this week.
yeah. Well, what Apollo, what are you going?
I can't in good conscience pick the Jets again, so I will
Yeah.
I'll take the Jets, baby. Let's
Oh!
go, New York.
Never see him coming.
All right, I'll take the Seahawks because I am smart.
All right,
perfect.
tearing it up.
But I don't know why. I'm just saying. I'm calling it right now. I kind of feel what Krendor was saying. I think that might be accurate here. I think
Okay.
this might be the game that they do that.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe it's
lose out.
Gino going back to New York. The curse hits him.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Could be.
Yep. Titans,
He's gonna
Commanders.
get punched in the jaw on the sideline.
Yep.
Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders. This Titans
Shane
gotta
has
lose
chosen
this, right?
Shane has chosen the Titans here. This is a bold
Oh.
AC pick as well. I'm going to go Commanders though.
This
What were
has
they
to
good at?
be
Were they good at Titans?
my
No,
10-game
Patriots.
Titan pick streak broken here, right? By taking Commanders.
We'll see.
It's gotta
Hey,
be.
what did Shane pick on the Patriots game? 'Cause he was good.
He
at the
did pick
Patriots.
Pats.
Oh,
So
Interesting.
yeah, I mean that's one of his better pick teams this week this season in 9-3.
yeah.
Steelers, Bengals.
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 Steelers.
Yeah, I think Steelers too.
I still think
No.
the Bengals are good.
I've lost all faith.
Cardinals, Vikings.
You guys want me to pick first?
Yes.
Vikings.
Oh,
Wait, what
I
does that
also
mean
wanted to
now?
pick the Vikings. Shit.
Well, see if I can do.
Oh no.
How much do you believe in magic?
A lot. That's the
yeah,
thing.
quite a lot
Ah,
now.
fuck.
Honestly, this podcast has only reinforced it.
This podcast is the only thing that makes me believe in magic.
Well, you don't get
Yeah.
to say you believe in magic unless you pick the Cardinals. So
You know what? I'll
God
go
damn it.
Cardinals.
Ugh.
give
I'm
me
not
the one.
giving you.
Give me the 1v4,
No,
please.
I can't.
No, I'm picking Vikings.
Then don't
I
say you believe in
care.
magic. Then don't fucking come. at
I
me with
believe
this
in
shit.
magic,
No,
but
you
I think
don't. No, you
maybe
don't.
it's
Then
broken.
pick the
I
Cardinals.
think
Then
it's
pick the Cardinals.
broken.
Then
No,
pick the
because
Cardinals.
I believe my
Magic
power
doesn't
and
break,
belief
Rob. It's
in
absolute.
Darnold's season is
Sometimes
greater.
magics conflict. Sometimes
Yeah.
the rays intersect, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. There's ley lines at play. You got to look
if
into
the
this,
Cardinals
man.
win, you guys are gonna look so fucking stupid.
Except me. I'm taking the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're going to lose with us, so it's not that bad. I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, but I'm cursed,
Perfect.
so I can't win either way.
That's a great point.
You idiots!
honestly.
You've picked the cursed guys pick.
you did go
Uh,
cards then, Coach.
Yeah, I'm cards.
All right, I like it.
Rams, Saints.
Rams.
Rams.
I feel like the Saints are gonna win this one for some reason. So I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you. Shit.
There's no easy wins here.
I don't
man.
know why. Okay, see, I had last week. Can I tell you guys something? Speaking of magic, or
Please,
like
if
in
you
this
do it
case,
quick.
it's not magic. It's like a vibes thing. Last week, I felt like I was picking wrong because I felt like I was picking whatever was the first name that I saw. But
Yep.
now I feel like I'm picking the second name. But I have a gut instinct for the Saints, which makes no logical sense because the Saints are fucking terrible.
You
But
got to
I-
go with your gut though. Sometimes
Yeah, but I've been doing that a lot, so let's go with the
You're,
Rams because
you're
that's my
literally
brain.
winning though.
you're in first.
That is true, but I mean, I did poorly last week.
yeah,
Maybe
but you
this is
said
good
you
for
did
us to
things
make him
differently
second-guess
last
himself.
week.
Well,
You know what, Rob? You should think 3 times about it.
I think you should decide what team is going to win and pick that one.
That's a good idea.
all right, fine. I'll pick the Saints. You bullied me into my gut.
Woohoo.
Buccaneers, Panthers.
Yeah,
Bucks.
Bucks. Oh my God! Really?
The Panthers
Uh,
almost beat the Chiefs last week. I don't want to hear anything about them right now. Like
I'm
it's
gonna
a
go-
legitimate.
but
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Oh my God!
oh,
this is a crazy. This week
he's
is going to
losing
be
himself.
a fluctuation in the rankings, dude.
If it was Tampa Bay, I'd go Tampa, but they're in Carolina, so I kind of feeling it.
Okay.
Isn't that like 20 minutes away? I don't know what the South looks like.
No,
All a big blob.
Yeah.
I think it's multiple states.
Tampa Bay is pretty far from Charlotte.
Shane went Bucks.
Am I the only
That's-
Panther?
I think
This
Yeah,
so.
of
sounds
course.
like
I
it.
mean,
Alright.
come on. What
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
Tampa
out of your
Bay
mind?
to
The last
Charlotte.
Panther.
Let's
Eagles,
make that
Ravens.
movie.
Rob, Tampa Bay to Charlotte is 9 hours
That's
Are you
practically 20
serious?
minutes.
Wait, what? Like by driving?
by driving.
Okay, all right. Do they
Uh,
bus that way or do they fly?
Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
I'm going Eagles.
All right. You're
Wow.
with the AC. Shane went
I
Eagles
mean,
too.
dude, it's gonna be
Saquon
this
versus Henry. You're gonna,
Yeah.
They won't shut up about that for this game.
This is
Yeah.
a 1980s style
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
like
Round and
NFL
pound.
matchup. Yeah.
49ers, Bills.
Log in the Bills.
Ah,
Wow.
you fucker.
Yep, Bills.
I hesitated for a moment.
Yeah, I will go Bills though.
Yeah, Bill sweep.
Browns, Broncos.
Lock the
Broncos.
Broncos. Fuck it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go Broncos.
Broncos.
I still haven't locked either. What did Shane pick there?
Shane picked Broncos.
Okay, smart. Smart man.
If I were you, I would lock the Commanders. That would be my other choice.
I don't know.
Well, lock the Seahawks then, brother.
That's what our AC did.
But he thinks the Jets are going to win.
True.
I'll lock the Bucks.
Okay.
All right.
Go
Okay.
Bucks.
Go Bucks.
All right. Randy.
Joe Buck.
Randy.
Yeah.
Randy. Takes the Lions.
Okay.
Cowboys.
Right.
Dolphins.
Okay.
Okay.
Raiders.
Wow, Randy.
Texans.
Okay.
Colts.
Yeah.
Randy called a lot of good upsets last week, so he might be onto something.
That's true.
Falcons.
Mhm.
Jets.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers.
Sure.
Cardinals.
Mm.
Saints.
Randy knows.
Buccaneers.
He went anti-curse.
Oh boy.
Ravens.
Okay.
49ers.
Oh no.
Oh, Randy.
Browns.
Oh boy, Randy, you got some
Randy.
prime time woes coming up, bud.
Randy has locked the Raiders.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now there's
Let's
some
go.
energy I like to see. Randy.
Yeah, I
Take him
respect
down,
that.
Randy.
Yeah.
I respect that. That is a ballsy lock.
That's
Love
a
it.
lock, right? That's a Randy lock.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that will lock up this show. Thanks for listening, watching. Thank you, patrons, for
Thank you,
patreon.
patrons.
Thank you,
Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
I'll see you on the next show, everybody.
That's correct.